Hello everyone, I'm Santiago and today I'm going to be testing Steep Open Beta on the GeForce GTX 1050 Ti. For FPS monitoring, I'll be using CAM. If you want to learn how to use it, click on the top right corner of the video where the CAM logo is, or check the description below if you want to learn more. So Steep Open Beta, I'll do 1080p, 900p, 720p and 1440p. To skip any of those sections of the video, check the description below. So first of all, for 1080p, I'm going to be targeting 60 fps, which is possible to hit 60 fps. Then I'll do 1080p ultra settings briefly, so you can have an idea what frame rate to expect there. And then on 900p and 720p, I'll do a setting to get 60 fps. For 1440p, I'm using the highest setting I can, targeting 30 fps, since I wasn't able to get 60 fps on 1440p even at the lowest setting. And I'll talk about the options menu and which settings kill the frame rate the most, so you can tweak it the way you want. So first of all, yes, I'm using a controller, an Xbox 360 controller on my PC. That's why the Xbox prompts show up. And I'm going to talk about some of the options you might want to know about in this game. In the options menu, you can see the difference between the graphics settings by looking at the picture at the right, which is awesome. More games should have this, when you just put the mouse over the option and it will show you the difference between the two, so you have an idea what you're doing to the game. The options don't do much to the frame rate alone, so my suggestion is just lowering them in groups if possible. Environment quality is an important one. I suggest lowering that with shadow quality at the same time. So if you're using environment quality on ultra and shadow quality on ultra, just lower them both to high. Helps a lot to the frame rate. Ambient occlusion, we have SSBC or none. If you turn that off, you'll get a good FPS boost. Then we have temporal filtering. Temporal filtering is the same option as on Rainbow Six Siege. It reconstructs the image using 2 of the frames, so you're using pretty much a lower resolution, but you're not really noticing it. I mean, you can notice it if you look for it, but it's very subtle. So I prefer using that than the actual resolution, because the image looks much softer, which in my opinion looks better. And it gives you a good FPS boost and uses less video memory, so I suggest you enable it. It looks good, just like on Rainbow Six Siege. Then on the anti-aliasing options, we have FXAA and FXAA+, not really a big hit to the frame rate. And the multi-sample anti-aliasing, if you're using temporal filtering, you cannot use MSAA, but if you use MSAA, it will be a big hit to the frame rate, so keep that in mind. And finally, we have anisotropic filtering, which is not a big hit to the frame rate either, at least on my end. But yeah, not much else to say. The game runs pretty good on all the cards I tested, but let's wait for the final game to release. It'll probably run very similar, since the game's release is very close. The FPS drops I found out were when going close to trees, so when you're very close to one or many trees, you'll see an FPS drop. That's why I started just moving around places that had trees on them. But yeah guys, that's pretty much it. I hope you keep enjoying the video. Thanks for watching and see you next time.
I need to watch myself out here. estabas?